All right, I think I hit in last time that I was going to do this video, but I wanted to give you the three types of content that I use to make sales online without having a viral video. Now, as you already know, I think I've told you guys many, many, many times, if you go over to Instagram and TikTok, you do not need a following in order to make money. For the love of God, slap the next fake ass Instagram or TikTok wannabe guru who wants to sell some bullshit on your insecurities. And you don't even have to take Justin's word for it. You could go prove it to yourself by literally creating a brand new TikTok and posting a video. And I promise you, you're going to get anywhere from 100 to 800 views, depending upon the video. You possibly could even go viral. So what I'm saying is, does having a following help? Yes. But these people prowl on your insecurity of thinking that you only need a following in order to make money. And this bullshit, what you need to be doing is taking those views and turning them into buyers. And I want to give you the three types of content that I've been using to do this. Now, it's kind of funny because I think I've always kind of done this content, but I veered off from time to time. I'm not gonna lie, just human being. And you know, the funny thing is when I started to come back to these three types of content, I started to apply them in other areas. And if you don't believe me, just even look back on some of my YouTube videos, right? We're talking about 50 views, 25 views, right? 75 views to now 300, 400, 500, 200 views. And I mean, and even if I get a video with only 200 views, I guarantee, like, yeah, it's not viral or anything like that, but it doesn't matter. It's working. It's better than the 50 views that I used to get, right? It's literally working because this type of content generally works, okay? I remember, like, what was it? It was a long time ago when we were posting on Facebook, man. It was motivation, lifestyle, and results, right? That's generally what, you know, people wanted to see all the time, and we did it. So anyways, it's similar to that, but we're gonna break it down. Okay, so guys, here it is. I think I even went over these three types of content in the last video, but I wanted to kind of make this video separate and really dive into them a little bit deeper. Obviously, you guys can join my coaching app if you have a digital marketing business already. Or, you know, if you go get the roadmap, you know, I teach these things no matter what, if you're in my coaching app or if you get the roadmap, I teach these things because this is the type of content that actually works. Okay, so here we go. First type of content is going to be education slash inspiration. Education slash inspiration. And what do I mean by this is that what you want to do is you want to kind of go back and forth with this. But this is the type of this is the type of content that you're just kind of educating your audience. And now, when I say educate, you don't need to go above and beyond, right, with the education. We don't need to break down extensively what email marketing is. And the reason why I say that is because there's a few reasons why you got to be careful with educational content. Number one, you don't want to overdo it. Like, let me give you an example. When you go into a gym, everybody in the world, I used to be a gym manager for those that don't know my story, right? Every time you go into the gym, everybody naturally just says if they want to lose weight. Some guys, they want to get big or whatever, right? But majority of the time, if anybody comes in and they want to lose weight and you turn around and say, how much you want to lose? They say 20 pounds. They have no idea what 20 pounds really looks like, right? And a lot of times they don't even care about the fat, right? They care about the body fat percentage because they just want to look good in front of the mirror. So they're over here like, well, I want to lose weight. But I'm like, do you care what that scale says if you look good in front of the mirror, right? They don't, right? They just think I got to lose 20 pounds. But now, if I actually deep dove into it and bored the shit out of you, like of all the things about the science behind losing weight and blah, 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 and how hard it's going to be and how much, you know, healthy wise, you're only going to lose about a pound a week and all that shit, you most likely would not want to continue to buy, right? You probably wouldn't want to move forward with the option of trying to lose weight. If I really deep dove and told you what it was going to take to lose weight, you'd probably be like, oh, hell no, I'll just stay fat, right? Like, let's be real. Let's just be 100% real. But see, the problem is when people make educational content, they oversell because they want to toot their own horn and their ego kicks in about how much fucking they know. And I'm like, you got to be beneficial to the buyer. So you need to understand that. And one of the best ways to do this is just to be beneficial in a way with what you are learning, right? So it can be like, it could say something like, okay, so you know, one of the way or how you make money online, or like this is the coolest way to be able to make money online, and then you start talking about step one. You basically you go get a digital product. Step two, you set up a storefront. I personally like stand store beacons, and then step number three, you start making little TikTok videos, promoting your product, right? If you want a full breakdown of this, type one now and I'll be glad to share it with you. Now, if you notice, I gave you education, but for some of you, you're going to say, well, that was basic education. Just that's the whole idea, right? That's the whole idea. It's enough information, and it's not to leave them hanging, right? Like this isn't no trick or like you're holding back the secret. It's to say that I'm not going to elaborate so much because I don't want to bore you to death, right? Like I'm not going to say, like if I said, hey, I got an automated system that makes money, right? I'm going to talk about the benefit. I'm going to educate you on the benefits of having an automated system, right? Like I'm going to say, this automated system is so cool. It's literally doing all the selling and telling for me while I free up my time to do other things. It's literally doing the follow-ups for me. It's making the sales pitch for me. So I don't even have to hear a no, right? Like you see how I'm elaborating on the benefit of having an automated system rather than me fully explaining and saying, so when someone puts their email here, it triggers an automation trigger to where now they're going to get an email and a whole series of 12 emails, which are going to be really, really cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to deep dive into that bullshit. I'm just going to keep it basic and really, really push the benefits. Okay. Inspiration could just be like how you overcame something, right? Like, I finally got started on my business after realizing that the only thing that was really truthfully holding me back from starting had nothing to do with the investment, had nothing to do with the actual product, had more to do with the fact that I was living in this fear or listening to the opinions of my friends, and I wanted to break free because their vision did not align with my vision, right? Inspiration, no big deal. If you notice, there's a central thing behind all this. It's really your experience. But let me just dive into 3 pieces of content. I should have kind of like finished it up with that as the conclusion, but we'll touch base on that again. So that's education / inspiration, right? The second one is going to be your story, right? What led you to your digital product? What are you learning about yourself, right? Why did you choose this digital product? What's your goal with your digital product? That's so hard for people because they feel like they got to have it all figured out. And I was talking to a group yesterday. I was doing a training and I said, hey, you could even be talking about your goal. Has any of you talked about your goal with your digital product? And they were like, oh, no, I haven't done that. And most of them were just like, because they thought they had to have it all figured out. Like, who am I to give people my goal? What would my goal do? But the other part was one lady said, well, I'm afraid to give my goal because what if I don't hit it, right? And I was like, damn. So my thing is, don't put a time. Well, I guess, just, you don't always have to put a time frame. But like there was a lady named Carly. The way she did it was she said, hey guys, I started a digital marketing business. I would love to make $5,000 a month. My goal is to make $5,000 a month by December. All right. I'm going to go for that. But my goal is to make $5,000 a month so I can leave my job. She just kept sharing her experience. She kept talking about how she wanted to make this 5,000 guys. And then she had a $20,000 month. How do you have a $20,000 month telling the whole world you only want to make 5? You see what I'm saying? Like that's bananas, but it's so relatable. It's so real that people connect to stories. Facts tell, stories sell, right? It's the truth, all right? And then last but not least is results. And this is the one that everybody gets wrong. And they think because if they're teaching people how to make money online and they haven't made a dime yet, then they cannot have any type of result. But a result can fall in so many categories. Maybe it could be somebody else's results. Maybe it could be something that you're learning. Maybe it could be the fact that you've grown to new followers. Maybe it's the fact that you've gotten in front of new people, that you've gotten a lot of views, that you've gotten leads. Results can be literally anything. The fact that maybe what you're learning. Maybe you'd be like, hey, I started digital marketing 9 days ago. Haven't technically made a sale yet, but this is so cool. I'm learning this and I couldn't believe I knew how to do this. And my videos are actually getting better. I'm so shocked, right? So it's like, so it's your results along the way. It doesn't sound sexy in the beginning, but it's so neat. It's needed because one, when you do have results, somebody's going to come back and be like, damn, I saw you when you were like this. But the other part of it is that you're taking the steps that somebody else wish they could take. Now, maybe these people are going to be the first to laugh at you if you fall, right? But they're also going to be the first to sign up when they start actually seeing you keep on going. And the reason why is because they wanted to make that decision. They just were too afraid to. And let me wrap this up with this, the conclusion of this, right? So these are the 3 types of content pieces, and you can take those anywhere. You can take them anywhere. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, right? But I'll leave you with this. It's really all about your experience. This is what really pisses me off. So many people are only so centered on making that dollar amount, which is fine, where I'm money hungry too, right? But that you can't even see anything else. You can't even share your experience. And what the fuck else are you going to share? Like, I can't stand those infomercials like, hey, would you like to make 900 a day, right? Like every now and then you can do that. But if you just keep on doing that, it just gets boring. Like, what's your fucking experience with this, right? Like, I asked this group last night too. I said, how many of y'all just actually gave an honest review about the program? And they were like, oh, no, we haven't done that. I'm like, what? What? Like, if you went and saw a movie, wouldn't you give like this a review? Oh my god, hey man, I just want to give a review about this movie. It was honestly a really, really cool movie. Happened. That's it. It's your experience. Your experience influences people. If you don't believe me, think about like TikTok Shop, right? It's normal, everyday people sharing their experience and making people buy products. Think about Amazon influencer programs. It's normal, everyday people sharing their experience about products and people are buying it, right? Think about Google reviews. Unknown people you've never met leaving reviews about a restaurant or a movie or a store, and you're like, oh, I think we should go there because the reviews look good. So you're taking some people's like experiences that you've never ever met before in your life, and you're letting them influence you on the decision on whether or not you want to go shop there, buy there, watch, eat, whatever. Crazy, right? But so this is happening every day. So why aren't you just sharing your experience? Right? Because you got this mindset that you got to have it all fucking figured out. And no, you don't have to necessarily have it figured out. You just need to be sharing your experience along the way. Your experience is what's helping people make a decision because that's everything that they want to know. They want to be a little bit educated, a little bit inspired because they want a better life. No motherfucker in the world, and I'm calling them out like that, can lie, because if they are, they're lying through their fucking teeth that they don't want a better life somehow, some way. We all do. We yearn for it. We desire it. We want it. We want to grow some way. You know, even the guys that are like hooked on like drugs, they're usually doing it because they're trying to escape the life that they have, right? They haven't figured it out. There's another way. But what I'm saying is we all want a better life. So if I see a glimpse of somebody living a better life by inspiring me and educating me just a little bit, right? Not to where it bores me, but on the benefits of what this can do. And I see them having results and I hear their stories. So I'm really connecting with them and I'm using all those pieces together, right? Like, you know, these are different videos, by the way, but all of them together, it's just like this. It's like this trio that just, it hits me in so many angles that I'm like, yo, I gotta get this product. I got to get this product. I mean, like my coach, my personal development coach, I'm going to leave you guys with this. A little bit up there on the price, a little bit up there on the price. But after reviewing all that, the price didn't seem like it was that much after that. Does that make sense? Then the price wasn't like, oh my God, price. It was just like, man, I got to get around this. I got to be this. I got to learn this. I got to live this. I yearn for this. Then the price was not a price, right? it's like price is only a problem when we're not fully desiring it. But if we fully desire it, it's not a price anymore. It's just what we got to pay to get it. You see the mindset on that? When we don't really have it, or we don't know if we fully want it. Whoa, look at that price, man! That's can get expensive. I don't. That's a hefty price. But when you want it, you're not looking at it as a price. You're just looking at it, oh, that's what it's going to take to get it. Cool, cool, right? So, anyways, work on those three pieces of content. If you need any help, let me know.